So this is Mark 20 to 30. This is Jesus and the Prince of Demons. I'm going to read this for you. And then I'm going to give my thoughts because I thought it was really good reading this. So it says, one time Jesus entered a house and the crowds began to gather again. Soon he and his disciples couldn't even find time to eat. When his family heard what was happening, they tried to take him away. He's out of his mind, they said. But the teachers of the religious law who had arrived from Jerusalem said, he's possessed by Satan, the prince of demons. That's where he gets his power to cast out demons. Jesus called them over and responded with an illustration. How can Satan cast out Satan, he asked. A kingdom divided by civil war will collapse. Similarly, a family splintered by feuding will fall apart. And if Satan is divided and fights against himself, how can he stand? He would never survive. Let me illustrate this further. Who is powerful enough to enter the house of a strong man and plunder his goods? Only someone even stronger. Someone who could tie him up and then plunder his house. I tell you the truth. All sin and blasphemy can be forgiven, but anyone who blasphemes the Holy Spirit will never be forgiven. This is a sin with eternal consequences. He told them this because they were saying he's possessed by an evil spirit. This is so funny because the way that he handles this accusation is just so logically defeating to these people. When they say he's cast out by a demon, he goes, me. Okay, let's think about that. I'm casting out demons. Why would I be hurting? I'm Satan, and I'm also casting out demons for some reason to try to build up a kingdom. So, if I'm going to build up a kingdom, let me just destroy any possibility of me actually being able to build up a kingdom. That makes sense. Okay. And then he goes, that doesn't make any sense. Someone who is stronger is able to destroy someone who's weaker. That's why he says, who is powerful enough to enter the house of a strong man. That's Jesus. Okay? Jesus, boom. Boom. This dude's a legend. He comes in here and these guys are trying to literally calling him Satan. And he's like, okay, sure. And immediately just destroys all of their logic. And then he says, the blaspheming, what is it? I tell you the truth, all sin and blasphemy can be forgiven. But anyone who blasphemes the Holy Spirit will never be forgiven. This is a sin with eternal consequences. He told them this because they were saying he's possessed by an evil spirit. Now, I've seen a lot of different people talk about actually this, the blaspheming against the Holy Spirit. I feel like it's a big, wide debated topic. I've heard many different takes on it. Personally, if I'm reading this for, I guess I would call this face value, if I'm looking at this, I would think what he's trying to say is believing that God isn't good. Truly, not just saying it, truly in your heart believing there's many different ways you could think that God isn't good. One of them is truly I don't think most people would probably say, I don't think people who believe in God are going to say God's evil. I don't think that's a theory of that, oh, God's real, but he's evil. There are the people that say God's evil are the atheists who don't even believe in him anyway. So their opinions don't even matter because they can't call out someone that they don't even believe in. But those are the people who would say God's wicked, or the people that don't even believe in him, and then probably Satanists too. Now, those people, if they were to continue to live their lives like that and not make an effort to establish a relationship with God, that means that they were blaspheming in their hearts, saying that God, they don't want. I don't think blaspheming is saying a curse word and being like, God damn it, you know? I don't think that seems extremely meticulous, and it does not seem like something that God would actually care about. Because if I were to say, God damn it, am I really saying, what is my heart saying? I'm not actually really cursing God when I'm saying that. I'm just using some words that are, they're popular. Do I think we should say it? Probably not. But I wouldn't consider that blaspheming against the Holy Spirit. I think blaspheming is basically saying if you are someone who, I guess he's almost calling out atheists and Satanists in this, because it's also in the context of with the demons too. And I just think it's great the way that he does it. I think there are so many moments. There's the one, I don't know if it's I'm new to this, but I know that in Matthew, he's challenged by Satan. I don't know if that's in the other ones too, in the other Gospels, but I love the part, just to kind of build off of the, this thing with the, baptism and temptation of Jesus. In Mark, it basically just says the devil tempted him right here. I don't know, maybe there's more later on in the Gospel of Mark. But in Mark 1, it says, where is it? God says that Jesus is my only son, who I am. You are my dearly loved son and bring me great joy. And then they all look up and they're like, oh, look at this. And then, where does it say? 12, Mark 1:12. The Spirit then compelled Jesus to go into the wilderness, where he was tempted by Satan for 40 days. He was out among the wild animals, and angels took care of him. So, at least in here, that's all they say about, that's all Mark says about Jesus being tempted. But in Matthew, Jesus is like, it's so funny when he's being tempted by Satan, because, where is it? He's literally, I don't know. Okay, yeah, it's a whole chapter in Matthew. Then Jesus was led by the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted there by the devil. Okay, that's what Mark says too. For 40 days and 40 nights he fasted and became very hungry. During that time, the devil came and said to him, if you're the Son of God, tell these stones to become loaves of bread. But Jesus told him, no, the scriptures say, people do not live by bread alone, but by every word that comes from the mouth of God. Then the devil took him to the holy city, Jerusalem, to the highest point of the temple, and said, if you're the Son of God, jump off. For the scriptures say, he will order his angels to protect you, and they will hold you up with their hands so you won't even hurt your foot on a stone. That's literally like, there was this one video of this guy who was like, okay, you believe in God, drink this like Windex. You're going to go to heaven. Just drink it. But that doesn't mean we should go kill ourselves, Let's think about that. We do believe in heaven, but testing God, which he then goes to say, Jesus responded, the scriptures also say you must never test the Lord your God. Next, the devil took him to the peak of a very high mountain and showed him all the kingdoms of the world and their glory. I will give it all to you, he said, if you kneel down and worship me. This is my favorite part. Get out of here, Satan. For the scriptures say, you must worship the Lord your God and serve only him. Then the devil went away and the angels took care of Jesus. I just think it's so funny. I can just imagine this, how hard Satan is trying to tempt Jesus. And he's literally like, get out of here. He's like, bro, what are you doing? Like, go invest in the stock market. Why are you wasting your time trying to tempt me? It's not going to work. You can do anything else. He's like, dude, Satan, you were God's beautiful one. What are you doing? What are you doing with yourself? You think you're going to tempt me? Okay, good luck, buddy. Keep trying. Keep trying. It's not going to work. That is awesome. It is awesome that Jesus has the ability to literally just be like, bro, get out of here. Bro, get out of here. That's literally what he says. Get out of here. I don't care. I don't care. What are you going to do? Oh, I'm hungry. Oh no, I'm just going to have to wait another day. I'm literally God. You think some bread is going to hurt me? Oh no, bread? Okay, Satan. Yeah. And then, oh, yeah, okay. I'll just jump off the temple. First of all, even if I did, you're right, I would survive. So why would I do it anyway? There's no point. I don't have to prove anything to you. Who are you, bro? Get out of here. Who are you? Who invited you, bro? Who invited you to this thing? Jesus is a legend.